This week on Inside NFL, the return to Houston of former Oilers coach Jerry Glanville, trying to ignite his soaring Falcons.
All right, knock your ass out. 1, 2, 3.
And in this week's cover story, Jets safety Ronnie Lott was quickly accepted a leadership role on his new team.
I don't care about the Super Bowl rings, and what I care about is how much I'm able to give of myself. That's all you're remembered by, how you're respected.
Also by satellite, Dave Wanstead, the first-year head coach of the Chicago Bears, who won 4 straight with the league's second-best defense.
We just want to try to be a better football team at the end of the year than what we were at the beginning.
Last Monday night, Cowboys fans were secure in the knowledge that as long as Emmitt Smith was in the lineup, Dallas has a license to drive the Philadelphia Eagles crazy. A key third-down reception by Smith kept Dallas's initial possession of the game alive. Then Troy Aikman connected with Michael Irvin for a touchdown.
Formation and 2 tight ends. Aikman straight drop looking right. Throw it in the right side of the end zone. Irvin's all alone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Smith rushed for 172 yards in this contest, and he's run for over 400 yards against the Eagles in 1993. This 57-yard run squelched Philadelphia's late-game rally and set up a game-clinching touchdown by Darrell Johnson.
Touchdown, Moose. Now that's a Moose down.
The Eagles will attempt to get back in the win column this Sunday. Philadelphia will take on Marv Levy's Bills, who know that when the Raiders fly into town, they bring an air arsenal loaded with speedy receivers like the Rocket and the Jet. But in the early going, it was Buffalo which produced a sonic boom. Five Buffalo sacks helped ground the Raiders, while Jim Kelly's offense, which had scored just 5 touchdowns in its last 4 games, finally took flight.
Letting it fly, pulls it down, now fakes again, and now throws downfield, wide open at the 35. Metzlars at the 30. Down the field goes the big tight end, Pete Metzlars. What a play! He was
Buffalo's leading receiver, Pete Metzlars, set up the first of 2 Thurman Thomas touchdowns, and Kelly found Don Beebe for another, but it would not be enough.
First down at the 35, dropping back to pass, looking around, goes long down the field. Beebe, he's got it at the 10, at the 5, and in for the touchdown. Don Beebe.
3 years ago, Jeff Hostetler led his team to a Super Bowl. 3 years ago, the Bills did bad things to the Raiders while winning the AFC Championship 51-3. Sunday, LA got revenge, and Hostetler showed he still might lead a team to a title.
He's over to the right side of the 5. He's diving. He's in. Touchdown Raiders. Hostetler in the short drop back to throw. Goes deep down the right side of the end zone. Brown's there. Touchdown Raiders. Tim Brown.
10 catches for nearly 200 yards and a game-winning touchdown earned Tim Brown some self-praise. He'll try for the same kind of statistics Sunday against Seattle, a squad Brown's former teammate Marcus Allen feasted on for some big numbers of his own last week.
Handoff, sweep right side, Marcus Big Ol' 30, 25, cuts inside, got a block 20, cuts across the other way, 15, 10, foot race to the 5, running to the far sideline.
Allen scored 3 touchdowns to raise his AFC leading total to 13, and Joe Montana topped Rick Meyer in the battle of Notre Dame quarterbacks, thanks in large part to Derek Thomas, who turned in the hustle play of the year.
Back to pass Meyer. He stands in the pocket from behind. He's hit, but he breaks the tackle and staggers free. Running to the near side. He's hit again. There's a fumble, and it's picked up on the near side. It's Derek Thomas who's running up the near sideline. He's gone. Touchdown! An 85-yard fumble recovery. Oh!
Thomas better get used to chasing quarterbacks because Sunday he'll no doubt be following this man's every footstep. John Elway brought the AFC's highest-scoring team to San Diego and suffered through his worst performance of the year. He was sacked 5 times and had to watch a most unlikely pass-catch combination score Denver's only touchdown.
Here's a 19-yard field goal attempt. It's a fake. Here's the pitch ahead. It's a touchdown. The Broncos scoring it is Dave Wyman. Dave Wyman lined up back in the backfield. Maddox just takes the ball and shovel passes it ahead, and Wyman has scored.
Wyman gave the Broncos a 10-0 lead, which probably seemed like plenty. Bobby Ross's team had scored just 4 touchdowns at home all year. But Natrone Means' fourth-quarter run helped tie the game. And with seconds left, the Chargers had a chance for their 6th win.
Field goal to win it. Snap. Down. On the way. Good! John Purdy has hit a...
With the win, San Diego is just a game behind second-place Los Angeles and Denver in the AFC West. The 7-5 Broncos hope to move closer to first place when they host the 9-3 Chiefs Sunday. In what was supposed to be the NFL's most lopsided mismatch in years, 49er fans seem much more inspired than their team early on last Sunday night.
Takes and drops and sets up in the end zone, and is taken for a safety in the end zone. Man, a shove it.
The heavy underdog Bengals held an 8-7 halftime lead before throwing the game away.
Right, standing at his own 30, it's a fake. Johnson will look downfield, and the ball is slapped away. They say incomplete. You talk about pulling away all the stops. Amp Lee wasn't fooled.
The Bengals' ill-fated fake didn't result in a touchdown, but it did set up one of 3 Ricky Watters scores that helped the 49ers escape with a victory. This week, the Bengals might have better luck against the Patriots in a battle of the league's only 1-11 teams. Last Sunday in Pittsburgh, New England got off to its strongest start of the season as pulling guard Eugene Chung and the offense executed to near perfection in the first quarter.
Second down, play action, rolling right is Bledsoe, looking in the end zone, looking, firing, touchdown in the end zone to Ben Coates.
New England held a 14-0 lead before the stunned Steelers came back with 17 unanswered points in the second quarter. But the Patriots wouldn't go away in the second half. And still down by 3, they drove to the Steelers' goal line before electing to go for the win on 4th down.
4th and goal. Patriots down by 3. Bledsoe quarterback sneak. In. No. He's raising their arm. Patriots are the only ones raising their hands. The officials aren't doing anything. No, they didn't make it.
The heartbreaking ending typified the Patriots' hard luck season. The Steelers, meanwhile, may not find the same good fortune this Monday night against the Dolphins, a team that the fates have smiled upon since the loss of Dan Marino. Don Shula's squad carried the NFL's best record into a showdown with the Giants, another first-place team determined to prove it belonged among the league's elite.
Give it to Hampton. Scudder steps right. He gets to the 10-yard line. Turns to the 5. Hampton to the goal line. Touchdown Giants. Rodney Hampton. Long count. Takes the snap. Drops straight back. Has some time. Throws down the seam for Cross to the goal line. Touchdown Giants.
In a battle between the NFL's 2 oldest starting quarterbacks, 38-year-old Phil Simms outdueled 39-year-old Steve DeBerg, who was almost knocked clear into his retirement home.
DeBerg steps up, and he's sacked at the goal line. And will it be a safety by Keith Hamilton? Yes, it is. Keith Hamilton with the safety.
But with 7 stitches in his chin, a bloodied and battered DeBerg tried to rally the Dolphins for one more miracle finish, and did pull his team to within 5 on a last-minute prayer.
Going down the left side into the end zone. The pass is tipped up, and it is caught for a touchdown. Tony Martin off the deflection with 1:01 to go. Stojanovic kicks it to the left side, takes a high hop, and let's see, the ball is loose.
The Giants
This time, however, the ball didn't bounce the Dolphins' way, and they'll look to rebound Monday night against the Steelers.
I'm really interested to see which Steeler team shows up Monday night against the Jets and their playoff aspirations dimmed. In Tampa Bay, it was a meeting of teams who've long been out of contention.
Why is this man smiling while this man is not? Because last Sunday in Tampa, Richie Pettibone's Redskins rediscovered their ground game. Washington covered 180 yards of Tampa real estate behind an injury-plagued offensive line that provided some gaping holes.
Brooks, big hole, 30, 25, 30. Breaks it to the 35, to the 40. He may go. 50, coming to the near side. If he's being chased, can they get the angle?
Reggie Brooks now owns the 2 longest TD runs in the league this season.
Touchdown! Yes. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
Pick for Rookie of the Year.
On the other side of the ball, the Skins defense had 3 interceptions, including one that decided the game.
Good protection again, picked off. It's Gavay at the 41. He's back to the Tampa 40, down the far sideline 30, 20. Can the linebacker outrun him? Still going. Touchdown, Washington Redskins. The middle linebacker outran him. What a big play.
Washington's win was its first in 4 weeks and sets up a Saturday meeting with the Jets, who may have had the door to the playoffs slammed shut on a windy afternoon in the Meadowlands, where the best catch of the day was made by offensive right tackle Siupeli Malamala.
You want a robo flat or a robo hammer? Robo hammer. Yeah, let's go robo hammer. Okay.
On this +3 day, it would take Robo Cop to handle the football. The only offensive play over 20 yards the entire game was made by number 87, Chris Burkett.
Coming out of the cross, he breaks the tackle, he's to the 40. He's shoved out of that, he gets 5, Belter, he may go all the way. Buchanan rolls him out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
Oh, yes, broke the tackle.
But the Jets sidelines celebrated prematurely. New York never got in the end zone all day, and a precarious 6-3 fourth quarter lead was wiped out by a pair of Colt interceptions.
Ball squirts up in the air, juggles, and picked up a diving interception by Buchanan.
Theft number 1 led to the tying field goal. Theft number 2 to the winning kick, aided by a devastating penalty.
Science and looks left side, throws deep down the left side, and it's intercepted. The ball at the 50-yard line, coming back across the field is Daniel. Daniel makes a move, now hesitates, stutter step at the 40, turns it up the field, and is out of bounds.
And Malamala just hit him late. It's a 15-yard penalty. A stupid play by Malamala.
An unbelievable judgment error by Malamala.
How are we supposed to know that he's out of bounds? How are we supposed to know that he's out of bounds when he's tightrope walking the sideline?
I don't know how far he was out, Coach. From over here, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell how far.
I'd like to talk to Bernie, okay? I want to talk to him. The time is out. I want to talk to him. Will you please go get him for me? How can you call a late hit when the guy's tightrope walking? How's my guy supposed to know?
Coach, that guy hit him almost out of the white.
Okay,
there were 3 guys.
Will you look at the films and give me a call next week?
We'll look at the film.
Okay, would you? He's tightrope walking and you call it.
5 seconds to go in the game. A 6-6 tie and a pall of disappointment is floating over the field now because Dean Biasucci is going to try and put his team on top.
Come on, walk it, let's go!
There's the snap, the placement, the kick is on the way, and it's good! It's good! Dean Biasucci nails a 38-yard field goal, and the Colts lead 9-6, winning their 3rd 9-6 ball game of the year. Unbelievable.
The Jets' 5-game winning streak came to a jolting end with the team unable to score a touchdown against the defense that ranked dead last in the league. Now, to survive for the playoffs, their probable task, starting with Washington on Saturday, is to win 3 of their final 4 games. That the Detroit Lions had created an eye-catching routine, but it's now become apparent that the Lions are not as well coordinated as they once appeared. The Lions have dropped the baton in the NFC Central race, and last Sunday they dropped a typically brutal black and blue division contest. Detroit fouled for the execution of Jim McMahon. McMahon's execution wasn't very good, but his performance was positively Montana-esque compared to Rodney Peete. Without Barry Sanders' shake and bake, Pete was left to crash and burn as Minnesota registered 7 sacks and 5 interceptions, 3 of them by Jack Del Rio, number 55. But the game's biggest theft belonged to Lamar McGriggs, number 37.
Up at the 45, at the 50, at the 45, at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Lamar McGriggs.
The lights are still on for Dennis Green's Vikings, who are just 1 game behind the 3 April co-leaders going into this week's meeting with Dallas.
The Bears!
Bears. Welcome to Soldier Field.
hopefully we can make it out alive. These guys are playing good. Real good. 3. We're not too bad ourselves. That's right. But we'll see.
The longest rivalry in the NFL. Big game. I know it's excited, don't it? It's inside, really. I think everybody's looking forward to the first kickoff. That's when the excitement starts. Believe me.
Everybody get a block. It doesn't matter what the hell we write. Get somebody stay on the Let's go. Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's go. Both to the left side. Thompson in motion to the right. 2nd and 12 from the 22. Far back to throw. Pops it off the right side. Intercepted. Dante Jones to the 50. Flips a defender. He lateral it over to a running back. And down the left sidelines all the way. Going all the way is Jeremy. Dante Jones lateral. Jeremy Lincoln. And Lincoln down sideline.
On Gage Shaklee, but the
pops it over the left side. Got Sharp at the 5. Spins by Wolfer to the end zone. Touchdown.
Street, baby. How you know? Turn them loose, Brady. You guys reading the force on game? Yeah. No problem. Ain't nobody. Hey, Kerry is on my side, but he ain't forcing. Fine, take the corner. Hey, we throw 2 small safeties next round. I was coming too. I know.
The Bears kept coming, and when Brett Favre fumbled under pressure, the defense took advantage of its second scoring opportunity.
Here it's up for grabs. And the Bears are going to cover it inside. The Benzel gets up to the 28. He takes it down the left side of the 10 to the 5.
Green Bay tied the game again in the second half, but Chicago's touchdown-happy defense secured the Bears' 4th straight victory.
1st and 10, hit by McMichael over the middle. He goes intercepted. Carrier at the 30, 25-20, right sidelines, 15 to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone for the touchdown. 35.
By defeating the Packers, Chicago is now tied for first in the NFC Central with Green Bay and Detroit. A win this week in Tampa Bay could bring them one step closer to the playoffs.
All right, now, we're on our way, baby.
Teams did this time deliver.
If there was apathy in the stands, there was none on the field as Gary Clark and 4 touchdowns by rookie Ron Moore led the Cardinals to victory.
Burline hands it off to Moore, bends it back to the left. He's on the 15, he's on the 10, he's on the 5. He scores! Burline looking short, Buggar throws the ball down the middle. It's caught by Clark for the touchdown. He scores!
While there is little fun in the sun in Phoenix, fans in Cleveland are still burned about the eviction of hometown hero Bernie Kosar. However, it was the Saints' offense which fell all over itself in Cleveland Stadium and was blown apart by the Browns' defense. The laying on of hands by the offensive line became a prayer for help as the Browns ripped apart this daisy chain for 9 sacks. While Michael Dean Perry found the Saints' middle and biting on one side of the ball, so did Eric Metcalf on the other. Although the Cleveland offense has been a sputtering, muddling mess this season, the conference leader in touchdown receptions is Michael Jackson.
Throws, end zone, touchdown, Michael Jackson. Bill Cox, 3-step drop, fade pattern, Michael Jackson, touchdown, Browns.
Brown victory dances are rare, much like their chances this Sunday against the resurgent Houston Oilers.
Yeah, that's what I like right here. Crunch time, baby. House of Pain. Gonna take care of business. Who is Dion? I don't know.
Warren Moon could sense it. This brawl with the Atlanta Falcons would be a nasty workday.
Another day at the office. Tougher day today, I'm sure.
The reason? Former Oiler head coach Jerry Glanville was making his less than triumphant return to the Dome. Oiler fans didn't roll out the red carpet. Instead, they rolled Jerry a final cigarette and provided the blindfold.
Glad to be back, Coach.
We'll know in a little bit.
Got the hard hats on, baby. You got the hard hats on. Look at him. Got the hard hats on. See the back of this? I That's what their ass gonna be saying.
All right, this line left, all right. Knock your ass off. 1, 2, 3.
It was a 3-hour, 44-minute marathon full of big hits, finger-pointing, trash talk, and 19 penalties.
Which way is this flag going? Well, there are 2 or 3 of them down.
Personal foul. Face mask.
2 fights in the game so far. We're all 5 scuffle, 4 punches thrown. Just if you're keeping score. I elbowed Bum once.
Don't you love this? This is the NFL.
Only Steve Young has thrown more touchdown passes than Bobby Hebert, and Andre Rison and number 35 Mike Pritchard have caught more than any other duo. Rison nearly had another.
5-yard line. Hebert back to pass, floats it over the middle. Rison, he's got it. Touchdown. No, it's intercepted. Oh my goodness. I thought he had it.
I thought Andre had it too. It looked like Andre and him were right there to maybe wrestle the ball from him because the Falcons are complaining to the officials.
Well, if it's a tie goes to the receiver.
See him take my touchdown away? All right. I'll get another one.
Here's the call. Hebert to pass, short drop. Rison, he's got it. Touchdown. Andre Rison. And the duck walk in the end zone as he beats Steve Jackson.
Like we finna, told you, shock the world again. I told you.
Both Hebert and Warren Moon passed for over 300 yards, but with one vital difference. Moon was never intercepted, while Hebert tossed up a whopping 6 against Buddy Ryan's improving defense.
Deep down the near sideline for Rice, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Marcus Robertson. What a play he made.
2 were picked off by number 24, Steve Jackson, who matched Andre Rison step for step on the field and the dance floor.
With his second interception of the day. And look at him strut.
Atlanta leads the NFC in turnovers, and none was more costly than William Fuller's blindside bashing that iced the game for the Oilers.
Hebert looks up. They got it from behind. The ball is loose. It's in the end zone, and the Oilers pay him a touchdown. Childress has got it. Touchdown, Oilers.
Houston has ridden a 7-game winning streak all the way to the top of the AFC Central. And with those mean and scary Falcons out of town, kids will be allowed back in the Dome this week when the Oilers hope to extend their streak to 8 against Cleveland. Ahead in our Where Are They Now? Dave Casper, tight end when the Raiders were super. And Warren Moon extols defense in our Player Diary.